So last time we recommended each other music.
Yes,
I recommended you Miguel's Kaleidoscope Dream,
you did. You did.
and you recommended me.
Soichi Terada's Sounds from the Far East.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
So you wanna get into it,
So,
or should I
yeah,
jump
I'll
in?
jump into it first.
Okay, okay.
So when you recommended it to me, I really didn't know what I was getting into.
Oh,
When I
okay.
heard the name Miguel, I was like, is this gonna? I don't know. My brain went to like something like Herbie Hancock or something.
Oh, okay, okay,
Um,
okay.
yeah.
We love
So
the Hancock over here.
that's right. That's right. Signed and printed. Uh, but yeah. So I had wildly different expectations going into it. I mean, self-imposed expectations, but so I jumped into it when I looked it up. I'm like, okay, okay, all right, it's R&B. All right, I got you. I
Oh,
got
you
you.
looked at you didn't just like press
Well, when
play.
I pulled it up, it said
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay, okay, okay.
and so I kind of like whenever I listen to something new, I usually unless it's something that I know like I already love or like or will like, I kind of like sample through a little bit and
Mm.
then I come back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just to get like an idea. So I have an expectation of like what it's like. So when I have my next listening, it's not as jarring.
Well, that's why I listen to it all, and if it's like I don't know how I feel about most of it is I don't know how I feel about this, or it's just
Yeah.
bad, and then I'll listen to it again now that I know what to expect, and then be like, oh, okay, 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 and then I really give it a third listen. But
Yeah.
I find my best listening to be in the car.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Which is where I had my best listen of this. Um, so
Not in
yeah,
the bed. That's crazy work. You
no
got R and B
no
and you
no
didn't pick the bed. You picked the
I
car.
and that's something I'll get into. That's something I'll get into. I won't get into too much, but um, it's yeah. So the first time I like kind of went through it, I was like, okay, this is not what I expected. But I kind of got acclimated with it, and admittedly, at first I wasn't really vibing with it. It didn't. Yeah, it wasn't.
Wow, I thought a white boy was gonna finally catch a vibe.
I
I
I,
was
I
I was trying to set you up to have something for a little bit of motion, but maybe that'll come back
I know
later.
you were. I know you were. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I think and so okay, so that was my initial thought.
Okay.
And then I went back, I gave it some time and I went back and I listened to it again. And I really sat down with it and I was like, okay, let me like really like dig into this. And it's interesting because like some of them are more like, yeah, this feels like more traditional R&B, and there's some that are like that feel a little bit more poppy.
Mhm.
Um especially like I started to like Do You and Kaleidoscope Dream. I thought that was all right. I think his singing throws me off a little bit because
Oh,
he
okay,
hits
okay.
the same notes all the time, and so like
There's
it
still
feels like
there's
it's
still a
he's spinning
bit
his
of it.
tires.
There's still a bit of it that's like, okay, some of these are trying to be smash hits on the radio, so you don't hear it
Mhm.
as much. It's still in the area of like I'm garnering this towards more radio or like that type of thing than just listening to an album.
Mhm.
But yeah, I get what you mean because I like some Joji albums, but it's like if there's 20 something songs. After a while, I got it. I got his voice. I need to like
Yeah,
switch off or something. I need to put it in a playlist or something.
yeah, and it's don't I don't think I mean it's not to the point where it's like unlistenable, but it doesn't I don't think it grabs me in the same way that something else might. But I don't think I also don't think that's the point. Like what you're saying, it's really just it's just for it's for fun.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, kind of, yeah, yeah.
you
I mean,
know,
R&B is kind of that's what the genre was built off of.
Yeah, yeah. So I understand, me listening to it in the car is not necessarily gonna I'm not gonna get what I'd get out of it, under different circumstances.
So did you put it into different circumstances to
I,
like gauge?
but I didn't, but
Oh,
but
okay,
that's
okay.
something else. But there's a reason for that. Because I was thinking, I was like, because when I was listening to it, I was like, I know what's happening here. I know what you're doing, and I know you put this on. I know this is one of your things. Um, I don't know if it's the white boy in me.
Yeah.
But like usually when I've got music that's for that's
Sexy
for
time.
baby making,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it's more
White coated. It's more white coated.
it's more kinky in like a freaky way.
You're like feeling like a freak on a leash, like while
No,
she's
no,
riding you.
that's dirt. That's like trailer park shit. I'm
You're,
sorry
you're
if you like
listening.
corn.
You're listening to Deftones and having like a crazy, intense makeout session, and there's just different ways, different strokes for different folks. And I'm trying to
Yeah.
get you into the world of like what makes this switch up good in this area. 'Cause,
No,
like,
yeah.
there's certain songs like Adorn that plays on the radio all the time. That's just a banger. It plays the first song on the album. It's like, oh, okay, this was the single and the radio hit, so it's on the front. But when you get towards the end and you hear "See Is Mine,"
Yeah.
you're like, I bet even in your mind you're like, I bet I can learn this and just sing this to my girl real quick, and then she'd be like, you get that a little bit of black man swagger just to like sneak hits on your girl or anybody, and they'll be like, oh, I didn't know this. There's a little bit more to this white man.
No, I hear you, and I appreciate that. And you're right. When I was listening to it, I was imagining saying that. You know, I think I need to have a little bit more time with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
If we're gonna, you're gonna hear that from me with most of these. If we like recommend music, that's just how I am. You know, because like honestly, when I listen to like I'll go back. You know, I love Nine Inch Nails. I listen to that. A lot of that's like freaky, weird sex music. But when I listened to some of that for the first time, it made me uncomfortable. And
Yeah,
I had to
yeah.
I had to get through that, break through that barrier,
yeah.
you know. And
That's what
and
I
then
thought
after
of.
that,
I thought of because we had a discussion a long time ago about like sharing a playlist, because obviously I love music, so I have different kind of sad playlists for different kind of genres, different kind of fun time playlists. I know we're trying to like not be too we're trying to be respectable about it. But
as much as we can.
As much as we can, and it's like there's certain, because like even this album you would pick and choose like maybe 2 or 3 and then add it onto a sexy time playlist. You're not putting on a whole like Deftones. You would put on a whole album if you're with an alt girl, and then you're just like one of them early 2000s chubby alt girls that smoked cigarettes. Top. That's Hall of Fame. That's how I had you a cookie, but I eated it. That's top. That's top tier. Man, you were missing out. back in the day. You were missing out back in the day, man.
I've got you're giving me complex feelings. There's shudders of just past lives.
I remember you was conflicted. But anyways, that's besides the point. It's just different, and it kind of like shows. I don't know. Maybe I thought this is a good introduction to that, but also I don't even know if you have any inkling to that side of the world, because that's like waking up from the Matrix and realizing there's a whole other world of a different vibe of this type of music.
Yeah. And I've always been aware of it, but I've never like delved into it. Honestly, I remember like getting glimpses of it when I was a kid, when like like my nephew would put like MTV on. He was older than me. And he put like MTV on, and there'd be something like that, and I'm like, I listened to Grand Funk Railroad, and I'm 12.
Yeah.
So it's like, but so I appreciate it, and I'd be lying if I said that after I turned it off, I wasn't like singing it in my head, some of them in my head. Like Candles in the Sun is a good song. I think it's nice. I would struggle going back in my head. The only one that I can really like, there's a couple that stand out, but a lot of it's just really atmospheric.
Yeah, I didn't pick this as like this is a 10 out of 10 album. This is a great introductory to that kind of neo soul pop R&B for fun times with your lady and or man or non-binary.
Your they them.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I appreciate it. I will say I don't know if I could put on how many drinks.
Hold on. Wild. No, that is like, okay, I'm like in a playlist, I'm like riding, having a good time, going to the club. And then you like meet a girl, then you come home, and you could stick to like, if you want to, I know you prefer classics, so if you want to just go straight to like Jodeci or something, I'm sure you'll get there, but there's a whole different, if you put on Jodeci and like Luther Vandross to bang a chick in 2025, what the hell are you doing? Those are classic Bang Your Chick 2 songs that nowadays are looked at as classic, as like man, this is just a good song. This is elevated to a good song. But these songs that people kind of, if you were hooking up with a chick nowadays, they would be playing this.
That's what they think of, yeah.
Yeah, they would be playing this. It would be like, okay, that's the introduction I'm trying to get you into, the nowadays, instead of the classics. Because the classics are easy. You'll find those on your own time. Everyone does.
Yeah. It's like if you're trying to like, out in your car, romancing and talking, and you put on like a Foreigner's Urgent. It's like, anything.
Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
But tell me, if you were in your car romancing and you decided to eat the box, steamy windows, and you put on Tell Me If That Sea Is Mine, you wouldn't be like slow making out to the box, and it wouldn't be the best experience of your life?
I see.
You'd be like, damn, I'm tearing this up, and I don't even have to like go hard in the paint. It's just sensual, and it's like, damn, I didn't even know a white boy such as yourself could do this to a person. Could do this, something like this. This is next level, and you're leveling up. This is like Ready Player One. You're leveling up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I appreciate it. I definitely think now that we talked about it, and I kind of it helps me with understanding like the perspective and like the mind around it.
Yeah.
I will, I'll put, mission accepted,
Yeah, it is. It's all about the context. So yeah, just listening to it without any context. And it's like, why is this dude just being a freaky ass unk? It's like it's different. It's not like we're listening to Pitbull and he's just a freaky unk and he's just like, don't stop the party. You're 72. You know, you're a bald 72-year-old. What are we doing here anymore? But okay. Do you want to hear my opinion on what you recommended me, which was, if you want to read it?
Yeah. What did you think of Soichi Terada's Sounds from the Far East?
The first song kicked off, and the groove was like phenomenal. I did not expect the Saturday Love sample. I think about that song, Saturday Love, like at least like obviously the hook, maybe twice a month. It's just so catchy to sing in your head, especially if you're doing things with the days of the week. But you know, it was grooving. It was a very pleasant surprise, and all the songs were pretty catchy. There might have been like 2 songs where it's like, this is catchy, but to me it's not enough to like warrant the 5-minute. This could have been a 2.5-minute song.
Yeah, I agree.
But the songs that did hit, I'm glad it was a 5.5-minute song. So I could just like vibe with it. And then
that's it.
Yeah, you go.
I just want to say real quick that those ones that the whole album, it's all it's just there for the vibes and like getting hooked on it. And so I totally know what you mean, like Ho-Hi beats. Ho-Hi beats. Yeah, it's like that. It's okay.
That's
the
first, like the one and the only that I was kind of like. Another one was like, but it was still good. Yeah, Ho-Hi beats. It was like, this did not need to be. But one out of all of them, and it's still a decent track. I just wish it wasn't repeating long and that long. Which again, I could just go to the next song or something. But that's still a good track record.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's got like 11 songs.
Yeah.
I mean, hey.
So
okay. What did you like? Was there ever a point where you were like, you're like, oh man, this is like, I wasn't expecting this, or like, do you have any like what was your favorite? You know, if you had any?
No, I kind of treated it like a whole collection. I listened to it a couple times. Like I say, I at the least listen to an album 3 times if I'm trying to like see if I like it. And definitely the beginning I felt was stronger than the end, but maybe that was just the fatigue. Maybe that was just like okay, because when I was listening to this, I was either driving or I was literally doing work. It's like, okay, this is a great groove, and then 2.5 minutes later, I'm like, this is a great groove, and then 5 minutes later, I'm like, when is this? Oh, okay, the groove's finally done. And after the third song of it going to the 5-minute mark, of like kind of repeating it, I was like, okay, this definitely feels like you made this for maybe like a game, or you have a background of making stuff for games because you need it to be able to be repetitive enough but you don't get tired of it. Yeah. And so there's just enough there that it's like, this is a banger, but there's not like, I needed to add in everything in the kitchen sink for it to be like complex, and then like it's very simplistic. It's like a master at his craft. He knows what his craft is and he's doing it, and that made me think a lot about like the influences in ourself, because if I took influences from him, I might mess up, because he is a specific master of his specific craft, and if I tried to simplify my stuff and be like, if it's good, it's good, go out there, I'm not as good as him because he's a master and I'm a novice. So it really made me think about like what influences to really hone in on that you can add to what you already have as an artist. And I think that was good, because I did learn a lot from just listening to how he built, you know, kind of the beats and the soundscape as well.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
there was a lot of fundamentals to focus on, and a lot of introspection of fundamentals that I need to work on as a whole.
Right. Yeah. That's why I love it, or one of the reasons why I love it so much, because it is so simple. There's no fat in any of these songs for the most part.
Yeah.
You know?
And I come from vaporwave, and that's the complete opposite. So it really restructured my mind a little bit when coming through these.
That's great. It sounds like you like got something out of it, like you learned something a little bit, which is pretty cool. I mean, yeah, and that when I listen to it, I think the exact same way. I'm like, okay, like, how's he doing this? What is he doing here? Like, clearly, like, how do we get from point A to point B? Because the way those grooves are set up and the way everything comes together, it's so seamless.
Yeah.
You know?
It reminds me a lot, like some of the leads. It's so simple but so effective. It reminds me a lot of Bomberman Heroes. Jun Chikuma? I think it's Jun Chikuma or something. I'm not good with Japanese names, but her works, she, like, maybe it's because of the era and the limitations, or maybe it's because of you know, the video game backgrounds, but the effectiveness of just having either like a simple or catchy lead, and then just like building a little bit of stuff around it, not too much to drown it out, not too little to it really sticks in your mind and gets repetitive and boring, but just hits that sweet spot, is something to be admired when listening to this album.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really glad to hear this, because I was part of me was a little worried That I don't know, you might not have liked it, but I mean, I think it's hard to listen to some of these when they're like the fundamentals. It's nothing but fundamentals,
Yeah.
you know. And like if one thing is out of place, if one thing is wrong, it's like so apparent. But I can't think of any time in the entire album off the top of my head where I ever felt like that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I definitely, because it made me start thinking a lot about how much I focus on the extra things to add in when, if I had this song done and I stripped everything just to the fundamentals, would it work? And sometimes the answer is no. It's like relying too much on like a flashy part, or especially in Vaporwave, the jumbleness of everything happening just for the sake of effects and stuff. It is really important to learn the rules so then you can learn how to successfully break them.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's it. But you go ahead.
I just want to give a shout out to the Low Tension alternate version. That one, that's my favorite song on the album. It's got that like, it's the little things.
That's also
talk about it.
It made me, because yeah, like, why is it called alternate version, and there's no the regular version on the album?
Yeah, there's like 3 other versions out there. There's one that's just the normal version, but I think it was a collaboration with someone else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but there's like that little part, that little synth that comes in like during like, I guess it's like during one of the bridges or one of the what would be a verse, and it's like just barely there in the background, but it's got like a lot of attitude, and just that alone, I will sit there and listen to the whole song just to listen to that.
Oh,
you know,
I got you. Like, I completely seeing this, like, I can see you coming out with a song that's like have to be emotional and funky like Pink Floyd, but the drums and bass are like Apexcape, and then that is your just jam, your niche. I could totally, like, I can see how both of those things have shaped a lot of your musical personality.
Well, that's great to hear. That's great to hear. I'm glad. I mean, yeah, I definitely wear my influences on my sleeve, but I'm just glad you liked it. I'm glad you know, you got something out of it. It's always gonna be.
I'm glad. You know, it does suck when you like recommend something to somebody and then they don't like it, but
I think it's different for us, because like, I know when one of us recommends something to the other one, it's not like that's just it like it's done, you know. Like, I know we're at some point in time, like, I'm gonna come back to that album. I'm gonna come back to like the Smashing Pumpkins one.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna it's and it's always changing, and you know, I don't know, it's just cool.
Yeah. So we're at the part where you have to recommend me something and I have to recommend you something.
Yes.
And obviously we've done 2 albums, reminding that it can be either a TV show or a movie or a video game. Obviously with those it would be like, oh, like the first 5 hours of this game or the first 3 episodes of this show, and then you can decide if you want to finish it all up, but you have to at least hit like the first 5 chapters of this book or whatever, you know. This book, can you write this book?
That's great.
But so what do you have for me?
This is something that I've wanted you to watch for a while now.
Ooh, okay.
And I'm gonna rewatch it. So I'm gonna kind of watch it with you. But I would like for you to watch Mulholland Drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ever since we watched Blue Velvet together,
yes.
You've been like, you got to watch this. You got to watch Mulholland Drive.
Yeah, because you're like, oh man, this is so crazy. This is so weird. Like, what is happening? And it's like, you don't even know. You don't even know. You're gonna come out of this movie either loving it or absolutely hating it. And I'm here for it, because there's no way you're not gonna come out of this the same person.
Okay, and then for mine, it's also another watch.
Okay.
So I want to know, you know, what your opinion would be on Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Oh, okay.
So like at least the first 3. I mean, there's only like 6 episodes, so I'm sure if you're into it, you can watch all of it. But like I think I would want to know what you think. About all that. So and then we'll reconvene for the next time and see how that all goes.
Okay. Well, that's exciting. I have been wanting to play more of the game, but I just remember hearing you say good things about the show, so it's like, yeah, I'm down, absolutely.
I genuinely think you should watch the show before playing the game. It just adds that much texture to the world to care about the things that are like or like just some cool feature or something.
Yeah,
But
little things.
Yeah. But okay. So
cool.